In 2014, a study from the University of California asked participants to describe their emotions during a deeply personal moment of sadness. The result: over 80% of them struggled to find the right words. They hesitated, stumbled, and often said, "I just cannot explain it." Why is it that sadness, a universal human experience, often leaves us speechless? Sadness is something we all feel, yet when asked to describe it, most of us falter. Is it a heaviness in the chest, a lump in the throat, a dull ache that lingers in your heart? While we might use these metaphors, they never seem to fully capture what's happening inside us. Here's why sadness often feels so impossible to explain. Sadness is not a one-size-fits-all emotion. For one person, it might come with tears and uncontrollable sobs. For another, it's a quiet, numb silence. Imagine trying to describe your favorite song to someone who's never heard music. You might talk about the melody or the rhythm, but they will never truly feel what you feel. Sadness works the same way. It's rooted in personal experiences, memories, and perspectives that are uniquely yours. Think about it. Language was created to describe the world around us, objects, actions, and basic feelings. But emotions like sadness are so complex that they do not fit neatly into words. Neurologists suggest that emotions originate in the limbic system, one of the oldest parts of the brain. Language, on the other hand, is processed in the neocortex, a more evolved and recent part of the brain. This disconnect is why we can feel something deeply yet struggle to articulate it. Sadness rarely exists in isolation. It's often tangled with other emotions: grief, regret, guilt, longing, even love. For example, when you miss someone you have lost, is it purely sadness, or is it also the joy of remembering them, the pain of their absence, and the gratitude for the time you had together? This emotional overlap makes it even harder to untangle and explain sadness in words. In the United States, we are encouraged to be open about our feelings, but even here, expressing sadness is not always easy. In some cultures, sadness is viewed as something to be hidden or quietly endured. In others, it's a communal experience shared openly. These cultural nuances shape not only how we express sadness but also how we interpret and describe it. When words fail, we often turn to art to express what we feel. A painting, a poem, or a piece of music can convey sadness in ways language cannot. For example, have you ever listened to a song and felt like it captured your emotions perfectly? That's because art taps into the universal language of human experience, one that goes beyond words. Maybe sadness is not meant to be explained. Maybe it's meant to be felt, to remind us of what matters, to teach us empathy, and to connect us to others in ways that words never could. So, the next time you find yourself at a loss for words, do not worry. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than anything you could ever say.